Hello everyone, this is Michael Schultz. Welcome to the Training Partners September 2012 monthly workout. And this month we're going to focus on cardio workouts. It's called the Cardio Challenge. First thing I want to introduce you to is a comfort zone workout. This is a duration and an intensity that you can do consistently on 3 to 6 days a week. This means you don't feel like you're pushing too hard, or that you're going too easy, or that you're doing too much time or too little time on whatever cardio workout that you've selected. One way to find the correct intensity for your cardio workout is to use your maximum heart rate. You do this by subtracting your age from 220 and multiplying that by the desired percentage of your maximum heart rate at which you want to work out. For example, if you're 60 years old and you want to do a workout at 80% of your maximum heart rate, that's 220 minus your age, which is 60, times 0.80, which is the 80% of your max, and you come up with 128 beats per minute. And you can do that for any percentage for which you want to find the correct heart rate. And you will be using several percentages throughout the webinar today. So always come back to that formula. Another way to find your comfort zone intensity is RPE, or rating of perceived exertion. And you see on the screen scale from 11 through 17 are just some key points on the RPE scale. Actually, the scale itself runs from 6 through 20. 6 is no exertion at all, and 20 is maximal exertion. All the workouts you'll see today focus on the ranges from 11 or light to 17, which is very hard. We'll define those a little bit more clearly as we go. So you can use heart rate or you can use RPE to define the correct intensity. For your comfort zone workouts, you're using a heart rate range of 55 to 70% of your maximum heart rate, or if you're using RPE, you're looking for 11 to 13 or light to somewhat hard. And you're building up until you can complete at least 30 minutes at this level on 3 to 6 days per week before beginning our cardio challenge. Hopefully you're already there and you're ready to roll. All other workouts in your cardio progression are going to be based on that comfort zone workout. So make sure that you build up to 30 minutes, you're doing it on 3 to 6 days a week, and that you know how to get on the treadmill or the rower or whatever cardio workout you're doing and find that right pace, that right level, the speed of walking, the grade, whatever it is that is going to get you to that cardio zone workout, because that's going to give you an idea what you need to increase in order to take your intensity up a notch. I'll try to give you those examples of how to do that as we go today. First workout that we want you to work on adding to your mix is a sustain workout. All other workouts during your week in week 1 can stay at the comfort zone level, so we're really just adding one hard workout in week 1. The sustain workout is done at the same level of intensity as your comfort zone, so it's that same 55 to 70 as far as heart rate, 55 to 70%, and 11 to 13 on your RPE scale. The trick is we're going a little bit longer here so we can increase your endurance. So a sustain workout would look something like this. One time a week, you're going to add 5 to 10 minutes to your comfort zone level. So if your comfort zone workout right now is 40 minutes, then you're going to add 5 to 10 minutes to that. The example on your screen shows adding 5 minutes takes you to 45, and then this person is adding 5 minutes in each subsequent week of the challenge. Week 2 going from 45 to 50, and week 3 50 to 55, and so on. Depending on where you start and whether you're adding 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, or 10 minutes, your actual workout will vary from what you see on the screen. In week 2, we're moving to a build workout. Now you're going to have one sustain workout. You continue to do those, and one build workout. All other workouts stay at the comfort zone level. And the build workouts are done at 70 to 80% of maximum heart rate or an RPE of 13 to 15. This is somewhat hard for 13 all the way up to hard at 15. In other words, an intensity that gets you quite a bit out of breath. You're still able to hold a conversation if you're at 13. That's getting a little bit more difficult if you're at an RPE of 15. But it is just a little bit harder than what you're used to. So going a little bit beyond what's comfortable. The workouts, because you are pushing a little bit harder, are interspersed with some short rest periods, about 1 minute for every 5 minutes that you work at a hard effort. Here's an example of a build workout. You warm up for 5 minutes at an easy pace. You do 5 minutes at the build pace, 70 to 80% of max heart rate, or RPE of 13 to 15. You rest for 1 minute going at an easy pace, still moving, and then you repeat the 5 minutes hard, finally cooling down with 5 minutes at the end. Now you could do this if you're on the rower, for example. You could increase your cadence. You could pull harder, or you could do both. On a treadmill, you might walk at a faster pace or walk uphill slightly more than you're used to, or both, some of both. Add a little bit of pace and a little bit of grade. Either one or both can create that build pace. Remember, it's just a little bit above what you're able to maintain comfortably. But you do get that short period of rest. And then we're asking in weeks 2 through 4 of the challenge to add 1 5-minute hard effort each week. So it's 3 times 5 minutes in week 2, all the way up to 5 times 5 minutes in week 4, with 1 minute recoveries between each hard effort. And that's your build workout. Finally, we have a speed workout. In week 3, you have the option to add this. It's certainly a hard way to work out, and that's why we're making it optional. If you choose to take it on, you're going to have 1 sustained workout, 1 build workout, and 1 speed workout in your week. That's already 3 cardio workouts, so you may not have any other cardio to do during the week. But if you do, remember they're all to be done in your comfort zone. And the speed workouts are done at an even higher level than the build workouts. They take it up to 80 to 90% of your maximum heart rate, or an RPE of 15 to 17, or hard to very hard. Certainly a level where you do not want to be holding a conversation. If somebody comes up and talks to you, you're going to look straight ahead and focus on what you're doing. They require that you push to that point of discomfort. And we don't mean joint pain, we don't mean dizziness or chest pain, just a general discomfort in the muscles. They're talking to you, telling you that they're working hard, and your breathing rate is such that you cannot hold a conversation. For that reason, you're going to have to take longer periods of recovery, so you're going to alternate hard effort with a little bit of recovery time, this time an equal amount of recovery. So if you're working hard for 1 minute, you're going to rest for 1 minute as well. For example, we want you to warm up for 5 minutes and start with a 1.5 minute hard effort at speed pace. And then you're going to recover with an easy 1.5 minutes, still moving, but taking it easy for that 1.5 minutes. Repeat 1.5 minutes hard and 1.5 minutes easy until you've completed 5 times 1.5 minutes, and then do your cool down. And finally, you progress over the 4 weeks of the challenge by adding 30 seconds each week to that hard effort and to your recovery time. So in week 2, you're doing 5 times 2 minutes with 2-minute recoveries. Week 3, you go to 2.5 for both the hard effort and the recovery. And finally to 3 minutes, 5 times 3 minutes with 3-minute recoveries in week 4. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your cardio challenge workouts for September 2012. Have fun.